Hello, people of the world. Hello, our YouTube family. Welcome back to Familia Pablanu. I am the one and only Panu.
Y yo soy Pablo, solamente Pablo.
Mama Africa, your children are home!
So today we're actually making a reaction video to a short that we saw on YouTube.
Well, I saw it on YouTube
Right.
yesterday, and I told Pablo about it. So he's going to see it for the first time just now.
It sounded really interesting, so we're going to watch it together and then give our thoughts.
Yeah.
And you'll see our reactions as well.
All right, without further ado, let's begin.
Dave Bautista's biceps.
Check this out. Oh my God, feel that? It's crazy.
Dave Bautista is known for being a huge guy, from his time in WWE to playing larger-than-life characters in movies, such as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Do me!
But seeing him in recent interviews, fans noticed he had lost a lot of weight.
6, 7 months ago, I completely cut meat out of my diet and went just predominantly plant-based.
Now at 55 years old, Dave's priorities are based around health and longevity, revising his diet and swapping weight training for more cardio.
Stay young and healthy and rejuvenated.
He also takes his acting career extremely seriously, believing that a smaller frame might give him more opportunities. But if he only had one fitness goal, it would be
Keep my abs.
Wow, when I first saw it, I was shocked. I was like, way to go, Dave Bautista.
Mhm. Congratulations, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's I mean there's so many things just going through my mind about like how difficult that is in American culture in particular for a man, because yeah, I mean Hollywood has invented this. Well, I guess it was already there, but Hollywood's made it worse with like Thor and all this kind of stuff where it's like these men, they're not actually that big.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they get very, very big because, you know, they have to do this role and they want to make them huge. But then CGI
there's
makes
the-
them
yeah,
even
yeah,
bigger.
there's
Like we
the
saw Thor, he was like a
movie
normal
trick,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. The movie magic.
Right.
And so it makes people, especially men in the US, I think, see that as like an ideal. But in reality, it's not super healthy.
It's not. I mean, either you have a lot of fat or a lot of muscle mass, which if you're growing that much, a lot of muscle mass, and you eat an animal-based diet anyways, you have a lot of fats on you too. So it's not even healthy for the heart. It's gonna have to pump enough blood to circulate for that bigger density frame.
Right. And
yeah.
whether that frame is full of fat or
Or
full of muscle,
yeah.
is still putting a lot of strain on a heart that maybe naturally wouldn't have that, right? So if
Right,
you're
yeah.
actually trying to build, it means that like body build, it means that naturally you're not like that. There are some people that are naturally, you know, more muscly, whatever, or not, you know, depending on the person. But when you build muscle, when you're actually trying to do that, you're adding on weight, and it's like becoming overweight in a way.
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Again, yeah. It puts a
Because
lot
your
of
blood
strain
has
on
to
the
go
heart.
even further out. You have even
To-
more mass to bring oxygen and blood too. So it puts strain on the heart. And when you're at the age of 55 or whatever, and if you've been doing that for a while,
Right.
it can, I mean, you're not going to live too long.
It,
you know?
it definitely. I mean, same with the former president of California, Arnold
Right.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah. So he's also switched to plant-based, and all the muscle went back down because it's not sustainable. You can't
Right.
sustain it. Once you get older, yeah, it puts you at risk of heart attack and all that.
And I
problem.
really like what Dave Bautista said about, I mean, longevity, of course. You know, he's like, hey, I want to see my grandchildren. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see my family.
Yeah.
And my children grow up and all this kind of stuff, which is great, you know. And also the idea of his job. Because, yeah, for his job in WWE, like wrestling,
Right.
he had to get big.
needed
And
that,
there
yeah.
are times where for your employment, you might have to, you know, adapt to whatever is needed. You know, in
Right.
that case, it's putting on a lot of muscle and stuff. But it's not a long-term sort of thing that you should be doing like that. I know, like, I see on whatever these pop-up ads of these old men who are like, you know, gray beards, white beards,
trying
and
to
they're
build
getting,
muscle.
you know, building muscle. It's like, you know, that's cool and all, but
Not sustainable, no.
Right.
It's just
It's-
shorten your
it's-
life right
exactly.
there.
So I mean, yeah, it can be done, especially in your younger years, if you want to do that for a job or something. But it's not something that's sustainable. I mean, even the Thor guy, what's his name, Chris Hemsworth or whatever?
Hemsworth, yeah.
Like even he, I mean, if you see him in regular interviews, he looks like a regular guy. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, he's huge. You know what I mean? Because they use CGI and stuff like that. So there are other ways. Even you don't have to like affect your health in that way. But again, the job thing, and that's something that I've wanted to talk about a lot, because that's something that really bothered me when we first switched, because I had a lot of fat on me, but like a lot of, I think, guys in the US, we think like big means muscular and like.
That was a lot of fat. That was not.
Now I look back and I'm like, I was just pudgy and fat. And the thing is, once we switched to plant-based, and we were eating
I
tons
was
of protein,
too round.
right? It wasn't like we weren't
both
getting
round.
enough protein,
Right,
yeah.
right.
But what happened is we I guess starved the bad fats, right? So our body ended up using that energy, and it melted away. And then I was able to see for the first time the muscle that I actually had, and it was like, oh, I have almost no muscle,
Well,
but I thought I did,
but
you know.
that's how it should naturally be for reals. I mean,
Right, but then at least I knew my baseline. That's what you're saying, right? Like, at least, yeah. I mean, it showed who I would be normally.
Once
right?
you grow to a certain age, puberty, 13, 14, 15, and
Yeah.
when we saw your photo, that's what you look like.
Right.
Now is what you look like then. You're not supposed to grow and even bigger than that.
Exactly.
You should be normal like that, you know.
Right, and we can even show a photo when I was 15, and yeah, I mean, that's basically where I'm back to. I'm slightly bigger frame, you know, and all that, but yeah, basically around that age,
Right.
15 to 18 is about when. That's about where I was supposed to be for the rest of my life. You know? I just didn't know that, and so
Yeah, we did.
I had this, what do you call it, body dysmorphia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, looking in the mirror and seeing myself shrunk, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, am I sick? You know, the American way of,
Yeah.
the only time you lose weight is you're sick or whatever.
Yeah, you were having dysmorphia, and I was
Yeah.
feeling great because I was like, oh, do you know how much I've tried to lose this fat
Yeah.
and it wouldn't go, and it just went by itself and it's gone, and I'm looking like I'm like, oh gosh, I would tell the entire
Yes, looking
world.
like a model. Yes.
So I was
It is
very
very
happy.
true.
I was like, you don't even have to do that much exercise, and boom, the muscles come back, and you see your definition.
But a healthy model. Sorry, healthy model.
Healthy. Oh yeah,
Not
the
like anorexic, but like healthy model.
Yeah.
Like
Anyways, it's
well nurtured, good nutrition.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, the thing that I was trying to get at is when it comes to employment, is realizing, like, you know, I was looking at myself, and I think you even told me, you're like, well, you're an academic, like. You're
Yeah.
not a farmer. You're not a
Professor,
bodybuilder.
you sit in the
You're a
office
professor. Like,
grading books, getting
yeah,
papers.
and I was
yeah.
like, okay, that makes sense. And now I get it. I'm like, yeah, you know, I had a professor bod, right? But if I were a farmer, I would have a farmer bod and a farmer tan. You know, if I were a weightlifter, I would, you know, whatever bodybuilder, I would have that sort of bod. You know, it depends on what job you have.
There's one thing all men of a
Accepting your
certain
body for like who you are and what you're doing. You know
right.
what I mean?
But there's one thing all men of a certain age have in common. A lot of people say, now I have a dad bod. But again, you don't have to have a dad bod.
Yeah.
So we found out you
Well,
can be
you can, but it's basically your baseline.
right.
It's not like you have extra fat or extra whatever.
Right.
And actually,
that's what I meant by the dad bod.
right. And
Just
we've been
pudgy
recording
hair.
that actually. We have that. We're sitting on that footage.
Yeah.
But my dad bod, right? My plant-based dad bod, and we'll show that at some point, and then show like where I'm like, you know what, I should start working out and stop being a couch potato. You know, because we sit around a lot working, working on our phones and things like that, and just between that and then, you know, being a dad and all that with the kids, cooking, whatever, all these things, just didn't have much time to work out, much time for myself, I guess. So I was like, you know what, let's switch this around. But anyways, we'll do a video on that later on. So the point is, even a dad bod can still be healthy, right? You can still be healthy and have a dad bod, meaning your baseline, right? So well done, Mr. Bautista. You are a model to a lot of people now. I know to myself as well. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I love the audacity. I love the not unapologetical, you know, just doing what you know it's healthy for you, and
Exactly.
you know, and it's very inspiring, definitely. Yeah. So congratulations, Mr. Batista. We are going to end this vlog or this reaction video. Find our day-to-day vlogs or posts on Facebook, TikTok, as well as Instagram. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. But we'll find you in our next vlog. Until next time, let's cut up an avocado. All right.
Ciao.